everyone, welcome back to Algorithms Alchemist. So today we are breaking down one of the most powerful idea in problem solving, brute force versus optimized thinking. So I'll try to explain it in easy examples, and that will also help you for preparing your coding interviews. So let's start with the video. So have you ever spent hours solving a problem only to realize that was a three-line solution? Obviously, lot many times it happens with all problem solvers. So let's take a common example. First, find the first repeated characters in a string. Let's say string is ABCA. So you can do either with nested loops, you can use two loops and just compare each characters with every other characters, and that will take the time complexity is big O of n square. But if in case you are doing that with some quick set lookup, then you can just set a track scene characters and it will take big O of n time. So this is a big difference that is between brute force and optimized thinking. So let's try to understand what is brute force is. It is that means trying all the possible combinations. It is the first thing that comes to mind and it works, but it is slow. It is little bit slow, but it is in simple but inefficient. So let's take an example. You have a list of some numbers and you need to find two numbers that adds up to that particular target. So this is the nested loop that we can use, simple Python code, to just find the numbers that will add up to your target. Let's try to understand with the help of an example. Consider a list 1, 4, 6, 8 and sum to the target is 10. So if we are applying brute force on this, we will check for 1, 4, first two numbers of the list, which is equals to 5. That is not equals to target definitely, so we'll move to next. 1, 6, it will 7. 1, 8, it is 9. So we'll move to next two, which is 4 plus 6 is 10, which is equals to target. So you are exhaustively checking each and every pair until you are able to find the solution, which is the index 1 comma 2. So checking exhaustively each pair is going to take, or you can say you are going to use two nested loops that will be taking time complexity is big O of n square. It is correct, but it is a little bit slow. So if we are going to use the optimization over here, so optimization do what? It looks for a smarter way. It uses logics, it uses patterns, it uses data structure that will reduce the time complexity, and it is efficient and scalable as well. Means you are going to just track the list and find out the two numbers that is going to sum up to the target. So simple. Here we are not using any kind of nested loops. We are just using if condition in one loop, which is for. So it will take time big O of n. Let's say how it is going to happen. Let's say we are taking the same array 1, 4, 6, 8 and the target is also same, which is 10. So we will start with an empty set, and that is in the step number 1. Then we will check for 1. 10 minus that number, which is 1, is equals to 9. If 9 is not in the set, you are going to add that particular number which you have taken from the list is equals to into the set, that is empty set. So set is equals to 1. Now you will check for the 4. 10 minus 4 is equals to 6. Here also 6 is not in the list till now, so you are going to add that 4 in the list. Similarly for 6, 10 minus 4 is equals to 6. Now 4 is present in the list. You can see at step number 3, 4 is present in the list. So you are going to return what? That number which is 6 and the number which you get from the list, which is 4. So 6 comma 4 will be the correct numbers that is summing up to the target. But it takes time big O of n. It is not going to execute two nested loops. So this is how optimization works, and this is how optimization uses the logic for finding the solution. So you can just easily look for the comparisons between brute force and optimization. Brute force takes big of n square, optimization takes n approaches that you are trying all the possible combinations. Here you are using some logic, some data structures. Here you are using nested loops, here you are using hashing, which will take constant time, or you can even say it as linear time. So it is not all about writing the code, more code. It is about writing the smarter code. So as a problem solver, we should be able to write the smarter code. So now how we can think as a problem solver? You initially start with a brute force, and then you can just build that particular problem constraint, understand that particular problem constraints, and then analyze what is the time complexity that you are getting, look for the patterns if there are any, then you can apply the techniques which is the right for that particular problem, and then you can optimize your steps iteratively. So this is how you should think like a problem solver, which technique you have to adapt for that particular problem. If we check for some real life analogy, we can just cross check with an example, that is finding a friend in a stadium. Brute force will do, it will check for each and every seat, but in the case of optimized, it is going to just call the friend and just ask him to meet at some kind of landmark. So this is how brute force is giving you the easy and fastest solution for any problem. So simply, just to get more into this particular problem solving techniques, you can just if you have learned something new, you can just thumbs up this video. You can just practice more questions, start with some brute force and improve accordingly, know what data structure you can use, and just check or cross verify what are the solution you got and what can be the solutions for that problem. So do like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much.